Well, hello folks, and welcome back to Zero Escape. It's interesting that we can, I guess, yeah, we're given the choice to choose between teams. We're still gonna stick with D team, though. Jump to here, yes. It splits in two paths, of course. Execution, D. Huh. I like how he's got a little bar set up.
Curious hate oozes calamity.
So, a moment when hate becomes calamity, huh?
I wonder what that means.
Beats me. Maybe it's not supposed to have a meaning.
Huh?
It probably
It's an
is.
anagram. You reorganize the letters into another sentence.
Well, that ain't easy.
Why do you think it's an anagram?
I've seen something like this before. In another place.
The first two games, folks. It's gonna be referenced
Anyway,
a lot.
Where's Sigma?
I will most likely get around to playing those at some point.
What are you looking at?
A box.
What kind of box?
Well, I'm looking into it because I don't know.
Looks like something's written on it.
Force
Quit box.
what?
That's interesting.
I see a keyboard on it too.
Use this keyboard to input a password and force something to stop. Is that what this means?
What does it stop?
Well, the obvious answer would be the game Zero is making us play.
But that would be too easy.
Then we should try it. I shouldn't have thought it would be that easy.
What did you
We
even
need a
enter?
hint.
Maybe it says something on the underside.
Nope. Won't budge.
Is it heavy?
Heavy doesn't even begin to cover it. I doubt it's made out of anything from Earth.
What?
Well, you are getting up there, Sigma.
What do you say?
That you're high.
My body's still got it.
I'll just give it a try. You weren't lying.
Maybe it's bolted?
See? I told you.
This is the map for Ward D, right?
Looks like it.
So it's been stored in our file. We've got a healing room, a locker room.
And we can go wherever we want, so long as it's within this ward?
Yes, that's what Zero said.
How do we know if we are... Surely there's going to be markers that'll tell us if we're leaving our ward or something. The prep room. Decontamination shower room. Very flat healing room. Transporter room? Is there teleporters in this world? Manufacturing. Robots. Okay. Well, at least we've got bathrooms.
All right. We've checked all the rooms from top to bottom, but
You didn't find any exits?
Obviously. We are in a bomb shelter, after all. If there were several exits, it'd defeat the purpose it was built for.
so Zero told the truth.
He told us the truth the first time,
Opening
too.
the X door
Obviously,
is the
they don't
only
know.
way out.
But he is a man of his word, so far as I can tell. He let us go. Could have easily
Mira!
wiped our memory and had us do it
Eric!
over.
Can you hear me?
Carlos! Akane! Tenmyoji!
There's no point. We wouldn't hear a drunk toga party at full volume on the other side.
I think we need 6 passwords to get this door to open, right?
Yeah, that X-Pass thing.
For every one person who dies, one password will be revealed.
Is that true, though?
Sigma, why don't you try dying once?
I politely but firmly refrain.
What about you, Diana?
He doesn't have much of a sense of
Hey!
humor.
No.
Figured.
What if we pretend to die and almost die, and then get brought back to life in the healing room?
May I ask you guys something?
What's up?
What do we want to ask? Who is Zero? Who is Zero? I mean, do you guys have any clue? Anything at all?
Who do you think Zero is? Do you guys know who Zero is?
No, I haven't the foggiest. But they called themselves Zero. At the very least, they know about what happened a year ago.
What do you mean?
What are you...
There's one more thing for sure. Think about it. Why was Zero's speech to us pre-recorded? There's got to be a very big reason why things can't be in real time. There are two possibilities. They've already bit the bullet, or...
They've got a day job they had to go
Zero
to.
is among us.
I didn't think about that. Zero can't be among us. Because we were all there whenever we flipped the coin, and he wasn't. He was out in the hallway. The way Sigma talks.
This may be somewhat rude of me to say, but the way you talk, Sigma, is, a little unusual.
Forgive him.
I need to turn the music
The
down.
age of his mind and his body are completely different.
Oh, he mentioned that back at Decon. That his consciousness had come back from the year 2074.
That's correct.
What?
That's why I know what will happen in the future. I must have spent the past 5 days warning all of you. If nothing changes, mankind will be destroyed. Kane, Phi, and I infiltrated Decom to stop all that from happening.
Vi?
What?
Is this true?
Well, would you believe me if I said that it was?
I would at this point.
Then why are all of us trapped in this strange place? If you know the future, then you could have prevented it.
We had no idea what events went down inside the Decom facility. Nor did we know anything about what's going to happen in this shelter.
So, if they don't know... Okay. So they're from the future after all of this already happened, and humanity was wiped out. Somehow, I guess, a pocket of humans survived and was sent back in time. So far, this has taken a twist I didn't expect at all. But if anybody made it out of this shelter alive, they obviously didn't tell what happened to anybody or pass that down. So, knowing the future doesn't really help me at all, except to let me know that we're all dead.
Do you think someone will come help us?
Like who?
Maybe the Decom experiment staff?
Sorry, but that's pretty unlikely.
And why is that?
Remember? The staff stationed in Decom can't communicate with us right now. The simulation is attempting to stay true to an actual Mars mission.
I knew it!
It's at least 6 months between Earth and Mars. In that time period, Earth will have rotated halfway around the sun. Which means...
By the time the spaceship reaches Mars, the Earth is behind it.
the star in the way, we can't send a signal.
That's
Wow.
the lead-up. We've been doing experiments for the past 5
You don't have
days.
satellites you can bounce shit off of?
Transmissions will reestablish on December 31st at 23:30, which leaves us with more than 10 hours.
There's no point in hoping for a rescue to come before then.
What type of shitty future
Pretty
is
sure the
this?
decom staff won't notice any problems until that time.
You guys are like siblings. You're totally in sync.
It's creepy. Which means, D, you're the outsider in this group. You're the third wheel.
Why did this have to happen to me?
They've already got history and chemistry. You're
I should
expendable.
have never listened to Rebecca.
Rebecca?
She's the head nurse at the hospital where I worked.
Oh, right. You did say you were a nurse.
I joined the decom experiment because Rebecca suggested it to me. She told me that they were searching for a nurse willing to participate.
Aha.
Well, to be honest, there is another reason why I decided to join.
I still don't know what decom is exactly. What?
Why is Gab here?
I think he came through the vent.
If that dog
See
can
anything?
talk,
No, it's too dark.
You're up, Fi.
I'm done with the game.
You want me to go in there? It's clearly impossible.
You sure?
I won't repeat myself. My boobs are D's.
Your pants are on fire.
It's true.
Seems to me they've gotten a full size larger than the last time you told me.
It's
What?
been 45 years. Growing is natural.
You were just sleeping.
Could I interrupt? What is this?
Is that a coaster?
Something's written on it. Hello, Carlos here. C-Team is voting for D-Team. So D-Team should vote for Q-Team and Q-Team for C-Team. And someone else wrote...
Q-Team, got it.
I get it. By spreading out the votes, they're suggesting we make it a tie.
Looks like Q-Team agreed.
Seems so.
Supposedly. If we can trust
Gab
them.
passed through Ward C to Ward Q and ended up here. It'll work! Now none of the teams will have to die!
I wonder about that.
What?
Could be a trick.
The deadline to vote is in 3 minutes.
Oh shit, we wasted that much
Damn.
time already?
We don't have much time. We need to head over to the voting device.
Oh boy.
What exactly did you mean earlier, Fi?
I'm saying it could be a lie.
Do you mean that Q-Team is planning to betray us?
No, I doubt it. If that's what they intended, they didn't have to send Gab. They'd only have to decide to vote for D-Team.
Then you mean...
There's a chance that C-Team will betray us. Maybe they're saying they'll vote for D-Team, but actually vote for Q-Team.
Why would they do that?
Either way,
To make us choose Q-Team.
it's
If
still
you think
luck.
it's a good idea to spread out the votes, then your choice is easy, right? I'm just saying. It's a possibility.
The deadline to vote is in 1 minute.
I'm gonna be voting for Q Team.
What should I do?
The fact that Gab showed up means that we can assume Q-Team's voting for C-Team. So we have no choice but to choose Q-Team.
That's pretty much how I feel.
Otherwise,
Our single vote could cause the death of all of C-Team.
Okay, so we gotta vote for Q Team. I'm gonna play along. I'm gonna assume that Gab was actually sent here for a reason. What's the menu do? File, follow, save it. Status. Alive. Oh, nice. Okay, so far everyone's alive. Let's see if we can get that screen to stay that way. Q Team. We're gonna vote for them. I hope everybody was telling the truth. I hope that we're guessing and picking right here.
Your vote has been accepted.
well, that was a good choice.
Do you think it'll be okay?
So long as Gab's note was the truth.
All we could do was trust them.
I suppose.
90 minutes have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake.
Do we always have to sleep?
Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you.
Really?
When you next wake, those who survive will be able to regret the decision they made. As all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
The only consolation is that if they do die, we won't get to hear their screams. I'm sticking with D-Team. It might be fun to mix it up a little bit every now and then, but for at least the first playthrough here, that's who we're gonna stick with. I'm also going to save it, and we're going to end it here. This is a good point for a break. Like I say, these videos are going to vary in length, so whenever we return, we'll see if anybody died or if Gab was carrying a note that told the truth. More importantly, where the hell did Gab come from? Also, sorry if this mouse pointer is stuck in the video the whole time. It doesn't actually show up whenever I'm playing until I move it or come to this screen, it seems like, for me.